none of us are perfect. I have a vision of what I want in my life, but I obviously can't get there overnight. And I've gotten into supplementation and tried to research it the last 3-4 years in this process of detoxing, trying to get my life straight. And I finally found Dr. Group and the things he was doing. And I learned stuff from him that I didn't hear from anybody else that has just been absolutely miraculous. Like, he helped us develop this only form. It's the only form. It's totally proprietary of nascent iodine that is totally bioavailable and absorbed by the body, not bound. And other iodine's great as well. I mean, it's just this is the best stuff from my research. And, of course, that helps us fund our operation as well, InfowarsLife.com. I wanted to get him in here to talk about this big stack of news where Harvard now admits fluoride decreases IQ. Areas in Germany, the Netherlands, all over are removing fluoride, so good news. And then we're going to get into some other systems of detox with him as well, because the real revolution here is that they're targeting our bodies so that we're so poisoned that we can't even get upset or motivated to resist them. So the revolution starts with our bodies. It starts with getting our kids out of the public schools. It starts with decoupling from the system, not caring what Hollywood and the media say, and that's happening. Congress has a 6% approval rating. The mainstream media is dying, but we've got to go all the way and not just leave Babylon, not just come out of Egypt, but actually build a new promised land. And there is no silver bullet, but there's a process. And Dr. Ed Group joins us here today in studio, advisor to InfowarsHealth.com, InfowarsLife.com, and, of course, Infowars.com. And he's here with us today. You've heard my rant about Obamacare and how the government and the corporations are exempt. I mean, is that not the ultimate form of discrimination? Of course they're screaming racism all day if you love liberty as a distraction, because they're actually cheating all of us that aren't on the inside group.
That's been going on for a long time when they started putting fluoride in the water and everything else and poisoning the air and poisoning the food. But today, you know, if you look at the combination of chemicals that we're exposed to every day, I mean, fluoride is so toxic. I mean, the hydrofluorosilicic acid that they put in the water supply. And if you have a hard time saying that, you just automatically know it's a poison. I mean, it's almost as poisonous as arsenic. So what I try to do is tell people it's everywhere. I mean, if you go to Starbucks and get some coffee, you're drinking fluoride. If you drink beer, you're drinking fluoride. Wine, all the food that you make, the bread that you eat, all of it has to be made with water, right? I mean, the water that you're spraying on your yard, your organic garden.
Plus, they add it. They add it to the bread.
Prescription medications have fluoride in it. I mean, you're right. It's designed to dumb you down, to make you non-motivated and non-aggressive. So really, what I want to talk about is how people can address that and how people can reduce that, because there's a million chemicals we could pick out there. But really, if you take like the top 5, I mean, they know, and it's been in the water system and it's been everywhere for so long, how detrimental fluoride is. It wasn't until, like, for example, if you stick your hand in hydrofluorosilicic acid, you will die just because you came in contact with it. That's how poisonous it is. You can't breathe the gases. So it was funny that Anthony Gucciardi mentioned in late 2012, you know, well, what is out there? I mean, what can you develop a product that will get rid of fluoride inside the system? And I was like, you know what, that's a great idea.
That's right, it's Gucciardi that came up with it.
Yeah, so I said, you know, I've got about a 2-year waiting list for product development, but I was like, wait a second, if you can address the main chemical that's dumbing people down, reducing the IQs of children, you know, the list goes on, and you've talked about it for years and years. What if we could develop a product that would actually help the body detoxify fluoride? And, you know, with the Survival Shield, with the iodine product that we came up with, that's great because the iodine saturates the thyroid and it doesn't let the fluoride in.
I want to get into fluoride and all that, but you've got the floor. We are launching Fluoride Shield, Fluoride Detox, but it doesn't just detox that. And it is the super combo, because Gucciardi had this idea, as you said, a couple of years ago. You were so busy, I should also add, you're one of the major formulators in the country. You yourself have lines of stuff that are your national bestsellers and are really, I guess, nutramedical, I guess they'd call them. They're used in hospitals, you name it. But the whole point is I appreciate you helping us do this because you're on board with the Liberty Movement. Tell us about how you developed and are allowing us to be the sole proprietary distributor of it, Fluoride Shield. Tell us what's in it.
I really wanted to put a lot of effort into it and spend a lot of time researching it because ultimately I want to help everybody out just like you. And
by the way, you couldn't get one of the agreements, ingredients for about 6 months, and this all got held up, and I said, just take it out. You said, no, I will not put it out unless it's, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's exactly what it was, and the ingredient was shilajit, and it actually is a black mass. It's an organic mass that grows out of the mountains in the Himalayas. So they actually have to go up there and harvest it at a certain time of the year. It's like a black ooze, and they harvest it, and it's very high in minerals. And it's been used in Ayurvedic for thousands and thousands of years. It's a miraculous healing compound. But it's high in fulvic acid and has the ability to help chelate and pull metals and toxic compounds out of the system. So that was one of the main ingredients. And by the way, these ingredients are hard to get. I've got organic fulvic acid in there. I've got tamarind, which a lot of people don't know about, and that mobilizes metals and fluorides from the body.
Nascent iodine.
Cilantro, and then iodine in there as well. Not a lot like the Survival Shield, but you can actually take the Fluoride Shield and the Survival Shield at the same time. And
you explained how it all triggers it. One thing gets it moving, the other grabs it. Explain it.
Yes. Well, it's got zeolites in it, too. And so basically what we want to do is we want to take something that's going to target toxic chemicals, especially fluoride. Some of it, like cilantro, is going to mobilize it from the cells, and then the zeolites are going to pick it up, and the fulvic acid is also going to chelate it or bond to it so you can extract it normally from the body. So, especially with the dental fluorosis, the skeletal fluorosis, people losing hair, arthritis, joint pains all over the United States. I mean, one of the best things when he came up with that idea was like, that's great because that's the one thing that you can really turn you around super fast. I mean, as far as health is concerned, because you need to be able to understand and have mental clarity if you want to fight against the opposition, if you want to fight against everything else. And if you want, especially with the Obamacare situation right now, people need to start taking responsibility for their own health. They need to start cleaning their body. They need to start detoxifying, and they need to be aware of the things that they're putting in their system.
And you warned us on air, and you warned me, because I took it for several months, just the proprietary nascent iodine before we actually bottled it and put it out, that get ready, you may start detoxing. And I felt a few weeks into it kind of sick for a while, a little bit, but then it passed, like you said. And then you said, look, I'm not going to say a bunch of this on air, but just wait what it does to your clarity. And I guess just the nascent iodine alone, I guess stripped out a bunch of stuff that was fogging me up in my glands, for lack of a better word. Leanne has said the same thing. I mean, I literally can be staying up all night. I don't drink coffee now. I will hit the iodine. And, of course, you got to consult a physician. Sometimes I take more than what it says recommended. You told me privately what you really take. And I was like, man, is this guy crazy? Let me tell you, this stuff's amazing.
Well, it's easy to tell people avoid artificial sweeteners, avoid alcohol. They can avoid it. But it's hard to tell people to avoid fluoride because what? Are you going to not go out to the restaurant and eat anymore? Are you not going to have water anywhere? All the food's made with water, the soup, I mean, everything. It's hard to avoid fluoride. It's in everything. So that's why I figured it's a great idea to have a product that someone can take on a regular basis that will actually help them immobilize and eliminate fluoride.
The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other members of the fluorine family that are added to Western water supplies are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the people that drink it. So the question is, why are the social engineers adding it to the water? Simple. Dumb down the host population that the parasitic technocracy is feeding on. Destroy our health, make us weak. Now, we're battling to get fluoride removed out of the water, and we've been successful in some cities in the U.S., Canada, England, and Germany. But in most areas, the poison is still being added. We can't get it out of the water supply yet, but we can get it out of our bodies. There is a way to fight back. The reason I have launched Infowars Life is because in my own research, trying to figure out how to detox my body and how to live a healthier life and how to take care of my children, I did more and more research on substances that are known on record to help block fluoride and other toxins, but also help strip them out and cleanse them from the body. And talking to medical doctors, scientists, researchers, nutritionists, different compounds continued to come up in their research separately to be the best at detoxing and cleansing the body. And for the first time ever, this product did not exist. I'm quite frankly shocked that nobody else developed it. We can now bring you Fluoride Shield, Fluoride Detox. But again, it doesn't just detox fluoride. The 6 substances in Fluoride Shield have been shown on record to battle and to cleanse and to strip out these known poisons that are wreaking havoc inside our bodies. We developed Fluoride Shield to be the highest quality, highest standards because I use it every day and my family uses it every single day. And the results that I have experienced have been dramatic. Let's take a closer look at the ingredients that make up this special proprietary formula. Tamarind has been celebrated for its ability to immobilize toxic fluoride residues, while zeolites have a long history of attracting and holding toxic compounds. Enter fulvic acid, an excellent cleansing agent that was included in the formula to displace fluoride from key areas of the body. Then we added the highest quality shilajit, a rare compound that is collected from the high mountains of the Himalayas and that has been used for thousands of years by Tibetans to cleanse the body. We topped it all off with the powerhouse herb cilantro that is intended to mobilize fluoride and other dangerous compounds for removal from the body. And the final touch to energize this formula is our proprietary nascent iodine. The ingredients in Fluoride Shield were carefully selected from thousands upon thousands of herbs, minerals, and nutrients. Whatever you do, it's imperative to go to InfowarsLife.com and read our entire informational write-up on Fluoride Shield, because these compounds don't just strip the body of unwanted fluoride. It targets mercury and a whole other list, and the documentation is at InfowarsLife.com. And as always, consult your physician as well, because that is important. And finally, Fluoride Shield, Survival Shield, and all the products at InfowarsLife.com grew out of my quest to try to find the very best compounds from God's cornucopia to protect myself and my family. And from our research, I believe we are bringing you the best, highest quality products. And you have that commitment from Alex Jones and the entire Infowars crew, because these products are also helping fund our First Amendment operation, the radio, the TV, the magazine, the films that reach tens of millions of people a week. We're not funded by the globalists. We don't get taxpayer money like NPR or MSNBC with stimulus money. We are funded by our sponsors and our listeners who support us. So from the bottom of my heart to all of the Infowars family, thank you for your support and your continued support. Because of your support, we have been able to change history together.